Liquid, though, they've had good results on Dust domestically. It has still looked like a strong map for them. And I think here, you're going to be looking at that little duo of Naf and Stewie again to try and step up with these AWPs where it might matter most if Liquid do want to stay alive. Now, we've seen so many almost comebacks, but no one in a grand final remembers the games that you almost came back in, right? We need a strong start here from Liquid. We need a precedent set early on. And already, there's a lot of aggression coming in towards Cat.
Yeah, Elise has been unplugged right now, but can he be unhinged up on the catwalk? It's looking like a B play for Astralis. A man down, crunching into the site. Grim, no support yet. Nafa's throwing in flashes. Stewie's coming on a wrap, but he won't commit as well as they double back. Astralis see Liquid in the back line, and they try and fight. They try and hunt them down with the Glocks. Oh, it's a mess. It's a murder. Stewie has the knife out. It's a 2-on-4, and that double back for Astralis, they walked right into the Lion's Den. They walked right into the trap set by Liquid. It's just Sipnix and not for long.
Oh, pistol round secured. Pistol round locked in. And now, you know, maybe a chance at this good start for Liquid. Maybe a chance to get a couple of freebies early on. With no bomb plant coming through from Astralis, it might just be the pistols here. And that's the thing, right? You're rounding out the year. And while it would be cool to have Astralis show up, dominate, we relive that 2019 storyline of like these two going blow for blow time and time again, and Astralis always managing to edge it out. But I think all of us want this series to deliver. And I think for it to really deliver, we want some fight in Liquid. We want a bit more from this NA squad. And so Astralis, they will likely concede this one, right? They've got in with one Deagle on device, and that is the extent of the purchase in this round. So a second looking likely for Liquid.
Yeah, man, imagine Liquid off to a good start and not fighting back from, you know, 10-5s, 13-2s. That would be a nice change of the grain, but Astralis never going to make it easy. Guns in the third. For now, it's just that Deagle shuffled around, passed between players, but is it going to be up for the task of getting any kills in this one? Stewie turns away. Grim supported. Watching P on a timing. Grim swings. Nice stuff. Deagle gone. Dupree tries to grab it, and Grim is putting on the pressure as Stewie flashes him in as well. It's beautiful. Low on ammo. Will finally be killed by the Glock, but the round is under wraps from Liquid. 2-0. Let's see what Astralis have up their sleeve.
And historically, though, Dust2 has been one of the more contested maps between these two squads. Still not like a pretty picture for Team Liquid when you look at it. 3-6 in terms of them and Astralis going head-to-head on Dust2. Oh, it's a little bit ugly, but Zip will open the round up. And so this first rifle buy for the Danes, already off to a good start. They've gotten everyone out through long, all 5 here. This is destined to be an A play through and through. But with so much time, you know, that could always change. Certainly doesn't look like it, right? You don't run this conga line up the close side if you're not planning on ending A. So Elige is going to have his work cut out for him, and they're way closer than he was ready for. He's dueling device back at pit. Mate, they're already in the site with you. And so Astralis have got A under lock and key. The bomb plant can go down for long rather as well, and that's going to cause a host of more problems for Team Liquid. The nade doing bonus damage, and that, yeah, that's the save solidified, right? You've got no way of pressuring that bomb site. You know Astralis are going to have, in their eyes, near infinite time to get ready to play around that bomb. And so they do just save. They do just give this one over. That first rifle for Astralis, immediately finding success.
You want to know what's dangerous, Harry? Zip has an AUG now on the T side. Definitely not a gun you want to buy for Liquid and give over. He has been terrifying with that weapon in these past couple of days. I'm hoping this map lives up to the hype, right? Especially after 2 pretty one-sided starts for Astralis and Liquid, just clawing for what they can get. Still not being enough. Last time we saw Astralis on this map, it was against Vitality. Keep in mind that game went to many a overtime. That was an absolute banger, one of the maps of the year perhaps. And Liquid, well, they don't want to go out with a whimper in this best of 5. Getting 3-0'd, getting sweeped clean. Oh, that's devastating.
really not the start you wanted, right? It's only the scout as well to do that to them. And now Astralis, they pounce on that opportunity. They're not ones to waste a chance like that opening mid kill, and so they explode through the mid doors. Grim's attention now is really divided between B and mid, and that softens up this B hold that much further for Team Liquid. They're trying to regain mid control, and Astralis can hear all this, so while this is going on, they're laughing to themselves. As if they've just all-in middle. We're not even there anymore. We're so damn quick that we're already in the A site. They've swapped places with Team Liquid. And this one here, you know, on the back of Team Liquid taking this mid control, it felt like it was always going to be a bit of a gamble. It might just end up being the save, especially with this wrap from Device. If he gets away with anything, that's the deal sealed in favor of Astralis at this point. Sunk costs for Liquid aren't going to tempt them back in, and they'll likely just save in a 2-on-4.
Yeah, what an annoying kill for Device as well. Comes out lower on the late lurk, hits a beautiful timing to Naf with his back turned, and Astralis, they don't even let Liquid save 3 guns. It might get worse for wear with Zip pushed up in T-spawn as well. He's got the scope. Don't want to mess with that. You hear one shot ring out and boom, you're hiding, giving it away. As Astralis, they hound it down. They're in the chase. Grim in the open. Magis does die. That's something for Liquid. It keeps them here for a few more seconds still, but Glaive is coming from tunnels. Oh boy, nice spray at least. More and more damage done, but Glaive can walk this smoke as he waits for the fade. Twist will send him out, and so Liquid get away with 2. It's not quite enough to fully invest round it with everything, but it's better than losing everyone to the hunt of Astralis.
That is still all we're really looking at here to try and step up for Liquid. And you know, you've got to remember now, this isn't just any other map, right? This is Liquid going up against an 0-3 defeat and Astralis that's looking to just get this over and done with. And so you need Twist and Grim to have their best performance yet with these rifles to try and salvage anything. And already one of them is removed from the round by Device. Long push, but Dupree waits in the wings, and there it is. The rifles are gone, man. It's down to the pistols, and Naf somehow didn't even get it. Running back over the body, just shy of getting that M4 out of there, so he's dead meat down in the pit. Absolutely suffocating from Astralis, giving you no room, giving you no chances, and if you're not there with the instant read, the instant reaction, you're getting punished.
Naf's dead meat, and Elige is about to meet death as Astralis post with the AWP on long, 2 scopes watching the site. Dupree creepy crawling all the way up into the A site. Elige drops his smoke. Dodges the flash of Astralis and does make them, you know, hold off, take a second. They're going to wait out this util. They can afford to do so. They've even got Dupree already crossed, so that smoke doesn't really matter anymore. They know they can win this round off of kills alone. Liquid are drawn into the site, and Glaive on a quick flank does find the rifle. Dupree to kill Stewie, and Astralis 5 alive at the end of what was an anti-eco with 2 saved weapons. That save at least allows for this buy here for Liquid. They're already off to a bit of a scary start. Liquid may have run forward with the momentum in the beginning of the CT side, but Astralis have quickly forgotten all of that. Naf on the AWP. V-Device, who's had reasonable.
Well, if that doesn't send a message, I don't know what else will. Elige and Twist are like trying to undo the hellish situation that Glaive has put them in. I'm at a loss for words. Stewie just can't catch a break. He just got AK'd on the mid-cross for crying out loud. Liquid do at least have the advantage, but they're quick to throw it away with the aggression. And just when you think maybe they're in with a chance, this behemoth of Astralis instantly snaps back. And it's them in the advantage now. It's them laughing. Grim will put Liquid back into contest in this round. However, Short's been given up. The A bomb site's got nobody in it. Glaive's out braining Stu every step of the way when he's not nailing him through the mid doors.
Fast cat retake. There's a chance in this round for Liquid. No kit. They got to go quick. Glaive with a kill and Zip with a trade. Blink and you miss it. That 2-on-2 falls to Dust. On Dust as Astralis find a 4th. Oh boy. I just don't know what you can do if you're Liquid right now. Some of these rounds, some of these shots. Let's check that one for Glaive at some point because decimates Stewie in middle. So quick, you can't even see it. And that's got to hurt, yeah.
Honestly, I think that's a pretty tame reaction, all things considered. My, oh my.
Kings are back. Long stack with nades for Liquid. It's only an eco. Grim's pushed the smoke, good timing, but he doesn't commit. And Magis, he can spray him down. He's running low on ammo, getting out alive. If Grim pushed through there, he would have had Magis with a nade in hand and likely an opener. Instead, yes, he keeps the B site alive, but Astralis are up against pistols. There's very little chance that Liquid can get out with this one. Both Elige and Dupree flash, and it works to the betterment of Elige, who kills that AK. Can't grab it, as it is out the doors and out of reach. Astralis watching on longingly. 2 lean B for Liquid. And with this close position from Grim, his CZ is really, really good. So maybe there's a chance for him to find something, and this could spiral out of control in an instant for Astralis.
They're so patient, not giving anything away that would insinuate this B play coming through. And so it's raw reactions for Liquid. You need this little double stack to get away with something. The CZ dealt with right away. It's Twist's Deagle to step up to the mark. Delivering that double has given Liquid a chance in this 4-spy round. They get players in through the window, and Elige's Deagle roaring to life now as well. It's left to Zip to navigate this 1v3. Does have the bomb, but Arm with only 15 seconds starts to plug in those numbers, and it's not the fake like Liquid were banking on. There's the tunnels flank given up as well. Nice. The swing from the doors is good for Elige. 3 on the Deagle, 2 for Twists. And between them, they find that third round for Liquid.
And that spiral out of control, that begins from a mid-flash for Astralis that blinds Dupree. Remember that? It was Elige finding the opening kill. It blinded both Elige and Dupree. He still got the frag. If Dupree wasn't blind, can you imagine how that round would have gone? Oh, that's the shot to start and the round prior. But yeah, that's a case of bad luck, and it really digs Astralis deep in an anti-eco. Liquid, they bail themselves out. That's a big round to win. You salvage your money, you have a full buy, you got the AWP, and you still have cash to fall back on. Astralis trying to get rid of it. Fast out long for the AWP, and Device with a pick. You expect nothing less.
Fast up through the catwalk as well, right? Astralis, not only have they been very, very good at getting these openers, they've been very, very punishing on the back of it. Always moving decisively and quickly into position. And in rounds where they haven't, right, it's often also worked to their advantage because it leaves Liquid guessing, it leaves them nervous. This round is another one of the faster, more aggro plays up through Cat. The utility's good to repel it, and look at that, all 5 Danes, conga line down into mid, and out they go. Stewie, who's had a very unfortunate time in middle, not going to be given a chance to step up. Instead, they've baited the mid play, back through the tunnels they go, and Grim is left as the sole B-site defender. There's the first. Can he manage any more? Device will instantly trade that back in favor of Astralis. And Stewie, while he does get away with some damage, it's not the killing blow that might have been needed to attempt this retake. A 3-on-4. These are ones that traditionally you just write off. You just don't even attempt. Yeah. And that's the case here for Liquid.
I love that call for Astralis. It's so fast, it's so grouped. They show 3 up on catwalk with the bomb. Liquid pulls Stewie over from middle. He plays in CT to help rotate. And even though Astralis drop off, it's the pace that they get that mid to B smoke in. Stewie is then cordoned behind it. He can't push through. And even though, you know, no one's in middle, he doesn't know that as Astralis back up into a 5-man B play against one player holding. Grim can get a frag, but no more as he's traded. And with that, Astralis just run away with a round. As we know, B can be so difficult to retake, and Astralis had so much utility for the post-plant to cycle smokes in the door. They still have them now, and the round is won. 5-on-3, 5-2-3 rather. And yeah, that's just a really great call for Astralis. They knew that the B site was going to be weakened from that long pick with Stewie drawn over from the bait. Seeing a great T side out of them so far. Yeah, Now the mid smokes come through, right? Liquid playing it a little safer. The flashes are fantastic on long. Magisk with an opener, Twist gone early. Elige hit by Molotovs, has to fall back alongside Naf.
Ooh, Glaive. Trying to bait these mid peaks, and he gets given them. Even reading the short play, Naf has pushed up, but the timing looked like it was going to go against him for a second. Astralis leaving mid in its entirety and grouping up at long, looking to make the A play happen. Where Naf stands all alone. Elige, you know, kind of sick and tired of having to play around the Astralis calls, never having the information, never knowing where a play is going to end up, has actually aggressed down through middle. And from this, he's able to at least get the info that mid looks empty, and he's now available for a fast cat rotation, which looks to be the decision he makes here. So he'll be there to support his friend Naf back in the site. He'll be there to offer up some assistance. And most importantly, perhaps, that one flashbang that he's holding on to right now. Naf taking a peek ahead of the flash, and then will be reflashed back in, but blinded. That's where Elige now throws this into the site, and sadly, they're both wiped out in an instant. You thought that might have given them something, but it doesn't. Astralis, they don't give, they only take away.
Yeah. In a dream scenario, that's exactly what he said. You know, Naf getting a shot off, falling out, flash back in. But not only is he flashed once and he holds against it, it's the double flash that follows from Astralis, pushes him off. Then Astralis know he's trapped. They hide from the flash coming in from Elige. No one's blinded. And then the double repeat for Astralis, killing both A players. It's just so insufferable to play against. So suffocating.
I think what's really important here is we need to see more from Liquid rather in the opening kill department, man. In every one of these rounds that have been picked up by both of these teams, they've got the opening kill, and Astralis have been so good at that, man. You had the Glaive one tap down mid. Device has been running amok with this AWP, and they just haven't been able to stop it. And falling a man down when Astralis are playing like this can just leave you with no room. That's how it's feeling right now for Liquid, because the moment you start trying to plug holes, well, then you're also, you know, you're open to Astralis rotating out of that position, and we've seen a bunch of these B retakes that have ended in saves. Well, not only that, you know, occasionally these players get caught in rotation by lurking Astralis players. It really is like this horrible kind of rock and a hard place situation that you find yourself in when those trades aren't there and the opening kills are coming up in favor of the Danes. Naf knows they need openers, and so he gets stuck in at the long doors. Finally, something going in favor of Liquid heading into one of these rifle rounds, and it's provided by that AWP on Nafly.
Huge smoke from Magisk. That lets them jump up Xbox with no fear from mid. Stewie can spam, but they're already up and past him. The AWP moves back out along. Twist is pushed in very deep. If at any point they think Astralis are coming in on one of these mid to Bs again, or even a cat play, Twist can hard flank. It's a danger, right? Astralis have been watching for it, and they've actually caught him in mid-rounds when Zip is holding from lower, looking at those barrels. So there's that in the back of the mind of a player like Twist, but it's all about finding that perfect timing, if needed, right? If it's an A-take, you can also group up on long and try and play retake with his team. But right now, Astralis are looking at B, dropping off of Cat with the bomb. Device hoping for this pick. Grim has never really gotten more than one on this defense, even if that. Re-smoke from Stewie from the mid side. And Grim is lining up utility for Stewie as well while that smoke is down. Let's hope he doesn't get caught by Astralis playing the smoke as it fades. As this B play looks to come in before the mid contact as well. Dupree is just selling a bit of attention, a bit of diversion. There's that flank from Twist that we were waiting for. Timing is everything, 15 seconds.
Yeah, they know it's B, right? But you got to hold down the site. Knowing's only half the battle, and if you're not winning those fights, then the round may as well have never belonged to you. Twist has at least brought us back into a 3-on-3. As mentioned, Liquid, the rounds they've been winning are the ones where they've got these openers. Is this now where that trend ends? Device cancelling Twists out, leaving it on Elige and Naf. These two, Haven't seen much action yet, but there's Naf's AWP continuing to deliver, and that suddenly got Liquid intrigued. Now, a lot of time has ticked off this bomb, and going back up into the window is Glaive, getting ahead of them. Elige left in the clutch, but Device is low, and jumping down into the crosshair. It's Elige to get the kills, but there's just not enough time. Doesn't have the kit. Oh, there's one drop next to the bomb anyway. He spends all that time like indecisive about grabbing the AWP. Maybe if he just ran for it, I think he would have had time.
Yeah, where's that call though? Where's that comm? If Grim had the kit, he had to say something. That's, I mean, it was very close, right? There's still a world where that wasn't retakeable, where that wasn't doable, but with Elige, you know, going for the AWP, failing the first time around, and then realizing the round's lost, like, yeah, that's a real oof for Liquid. Regardless, maybe there wasn't time, so Astralis still take a 7th round, and that's another unfortunate case for Liquid. A man up, they know what's happening. They have that long flank twist coming in on a backstab, and then both B players just fall in an instant.
I think it speaks volumes, though, to how mobile Astralis have been, that flank from Twist doesn't come in sooner, right? Because if you are Liquid, you haven't had many man advantage rounds. You finally got one. You don't want to throw it away on the back of a lurk nade into middle by pushing through those long doors, or at least that's how they're looking at it. So Twist, he's waiting there, and honestly, it isn't until both the mid-smoke come through and the flashes start to head in towards that B side that he goes, yeah, now's my time to push long. And at that point, you know, that flank basically doesn't have any impact in that round, as sad as it is to say. It gets in the info, but it's like, yeah, of course they're coming B, mate. They're already in the site. They're fighting us. The bomb's here.
Brutal scenes. AWP on either side. Naf did have some nice shots in the last round. Elige mollied on Cat. He's still going to fight towards the stairs. Naf is back on the A site. Long has been conceded as Astralis got players out there early, but didn't do much with the position until now. Bomb coming to join. But just on a lower lurk alone. Dodges the nade and even gets the hinge smoke in as well. So Liquid denied a lot of information in this round. They know that Long is lost. They know that mid is contained, and Elige re-smoked at Cat. Good timing on the smoke, but Astralis are grouping for it with the bomb as well. In the meantime, Liquid, aggression is the answer. It's the key, and it's the B push that gives him so much more information. Elige knows they're coming as a smoke phase. He sprays, and he gets a double. It's a team flash for Glaive. The cause is Dupree's death, and Elige will dish out more at that. Nice shot from Naf, and Device in a 1-on-5 might even be thinking about save.
And they're even aware of that. Now, he's going to maybe get a chance to find Grim through mid, but Grim goes aggressive, decides, yeah, hanging around in what is essentially a shooting gallery to Device might not be the funnest time, but they are hunting down this AWP. They do want to take it away. I don't want to risk ruining their own money just to do so, because now Device knows he's being hunted. He knows they're closing in. The enemy are at the gates, and Device is ready to go with the defenses.
Look at the respect.
I mean, you got to give it, right? You have to, because if he gets even one more kill, suddenly it's like, yeah, we win the round, but we're kind of set up for disaster, looking for the future. And if Liquid do want to win this out, it can't be a quick flash in the pan. It's got to be sustained. It's got to keep on coming. And that only happens with strong money behind you. And so that at least allows Device to get away on the AWP. It is really nice to see Liquid taking some initiative, taking some aggression, denying all that control. Because thus far, right, the reason why those opening kills have felt so punishing in favor of Astralis is that everything's been very, very reactive, right? They've been playing according to the rules that Astralis are setting out. As that round there, they go, nah, mate, you know what? We make our own rules. We double push the Cat. We mop up 3. And suddenly, you know, for Astralis, it's like entering a whole new world. They haven't had to deal with this yet.
Yeah, there's some short answers for Liquid, right? But how long will they be able to hold on here as Astralis still have a bit of bank left to play with? And that AWP, most importantly. Elige, top of the board in the server right now. Nice 3K on the catwalk, aggressing off of that smoke fade as well. Catches a lot of blind Astralis players. This will be the last bite for Astralis unless they win it, or at very least get a bomb plant. But often those two things come hand in hand. No cross shot today. Sui and Grim make it safely to the B-bomb site. Fast flashes, Naf's blind out of long. Zip with the long smoke in front of him as well. And he's out behind the bins. Astralis, they take this position early again. They don't even have to commit with it. But hey, Device tries. And Naf says goodbye, does receive a leg. But a man up for Liquid yet again. And even though they lost it last time around, they had this 5-on-4. It's better than nothing. Hinge smoke, molly to Xbox. Glaive goes up cap, but it's another smoke down for Elige, and we saw what he did last time. Astralis more ready on the second time around.
Oh, boost me, come on! Naf, get up there, throwing up. Probably gonna play this AWP drop-down position just to help Elige out. And if you're even capable of like making them discount this double setup, if you're capable of making them think, well, we got the AWP out of there, let's go, we can maybe get another Elige big moment. He would be the man to step up. He is the kind of guy we need right now for Liquid. So Naf, the pressure's on to get the attention. And instead, Elige, they read him like a book. Only the tag for Naf. This fast flank from Twists, and Stewie now has to deliver it all because the A site is compromised. There's Twists emerging, but the smoke's down. Bomb site given over. Liquid, they had that chance. It was all hinging on the success of the double short setup, and it finds absolutely nothing.
Yeah, how does the UMP get the entry there, man? That's what I'm wondering. Glaive, he's been buying this gun all tournament long, specifically on CT sides, right? Running it into bonus rounds, killing rifling players, loves a double dink. And yeah, he just runs up. Elige, no head armor. He gets T-boned on the catwalk. And then Naf only finds the shot to the leg of Magisk as well. So it's not the result Liquid wanted. And again, like, it's another round where Liquid, they know what's happening. They have the fast flank. They're already up behind catwalk as Astralis are committing. But if your anchor players aren't holding and aren't getting anything done, how are you supposed to win a 3-on-4 like that? Another man advantage round, a 5-on-4 that falls apart for Liquid. Man, that hurts.
And something that is so worrying, right, is that for Astralis, when we saw them play Vitality, right, that game felt very, very chaotic in nature. And it felt like they had to subscribe to what Vitality were doing for the longest time. Whereas since then, even in that Na'Vi game, and now here versus Liquid, it's felt like a big game of chess in a sense, right, from Glaive. Very, very well-called sides. And it's hard to outbrain this guy. You're getting forced to play how he wants you to play. He's in your head.
Yeah, Astralis well researched, right? And that's something that doesn't fall into as much favor as Liquid. Glaive was saying yesterday after defeating Na'Vi that he'd rather play Liquid in the grand finals over Big because you know how much prep and how much homework Big do. He said that he doesn't think the Liquid do anywhere near the same amount, nor, you know, have that same awareness. We've already seen Big beat Astralis in this tournament. Liquid, they're struggling to get a map. Grim, oh, the turn, Glaive. That was his kill on a plate, and he looks away as Grim walks out the doors. I love the confidence, but can he net another? Yes, Grim is on Dust2 deathmatch right now, and he's found a couple of kills for Liquid. This has to be a round win for the North Americans as Astralis creep up long with 3.
Look at the read though, right? Because Grim's got all this info, and Astralis know he's getting all this info, so they've got no choice but to commit to the A play, and in doing so, they run into this stack. Team Liquid trying to score a flawless round, and they might. Zip, the only man left standing in what should be an impossible 1v5. Trapped at the ramp, utility not permitting, and it's Stewie to send them packing from A. A huge opener to that round from Grim, not just in the context of getting that first kill, but extending the aggression, getting away with a second. On top of that, allowing for the early rotations. There's a reason that Stewie is posted up here, that Twists has gone back into the site to rejoin his teammate there in Elige, and it's all on the back of the info that Grim picks up.
Some clean shots from Stewie there, right? Well, only one smoke on long as well, so there's a gap on both sides. It's not old Dust2. You got to double down there, and Astralis don't have the utility for it, so Stewie's able to pick up the last 3 kills through the edge of the smoke. His T-side opening on Inferno was one thing that was getting Liquid into a lot of rounds. Well, finally, he shuts out Astralis of one. Him and Naf still running that double AWP for now, and there's a chance at a 7-round half, which would be good for Liquid. It would be the best first half that they've had in this series so far. Glaive's back on the though. Ye ol' 45 as Astralis set up that long corner smoke and go fast again.
A double setup here for Liquid, and they try and get a man into the pit, and this time Twist does survive the journey. The Molotovs, the nades, it's all burning out. The Astralis squad, they get repelled, they try to go back to middle. Stewie spots them at the very, very least. Look at Glaive, no holes barred, man, straight through these mid doors. Gets the info that at least he now knows Stewie has fallen back off that angle, giving them the respect. Astralis maybe going to feign another one of these mid to Bs, right? It's always got the attention of Liquid. It's roped 2 players in to commit to this position. Going back to A isn't going to be plain sailing, though. Twist's holding down the long doors. This should be a fight that goes his way. And now they hear the cat utility coming out as well, so Naf is primed and ready back in the bomb site. Twist got that one dead to rights, and now Naf waiting at ramp. He can get set up with flashes, or he can just peek without them. It might be another flawless round for Liquid. The flash is raining in, Device is blind as ever, and there it is. Naf to cement that 6th round for Liquid, and suddenly now that 7-8 is more than realistic, because the money is broken for Astralis.
Yeah, and this would be a lot more equal, right? Like, even when Liquid got 6 rounds on Inferno, it was Inferno CT side. You know, 6 rounds isn't something to marvel over there in the first half. But if they can find a 7-8, well, that's par for the course. That's a decent half, especially when you're already down 2 maps in this series. And Astralis are on the T side of this map. Their pick. Pistols in the final chance for Astralis. Back to a long, fast play for Device. He's the only man committed. It's Elige fighting in front of the Xbox smoke, and he lines them up with the AUG. A 3-piece with a bomb dropped. Simple stuff for Liquid. This should be their best half yet.
Yeah, now it's just a formality, right? Or at least it should be. And now I think it definitely is. Device alone, and they're all eager to put up that 7th R. Liquid split down the middle in this 3rd map. And for Liquid, they're fighting for survival. They're trying to keep themselves in this series. Astralis, they've got their finger to the pulse. They've picked up steam throughout the last 2 maps. It could all end next half, or it might get rolled back again.
At some points, it does feel like it's a lot. I think this was probably the toughest year for me in my career in terms of learning experience and IGO and like working with my teammates. We lost a very experienced player, and we had to pick up a player with very little experience. And there's a lot of players that need direction as well. So you have to be a lot more selfless, and you have to think a lot more for others. And you know, you have your eyes not on your screen as much.
I don't know if there's been a year with a lot of pressure on me. For me personally, it's been my best year in my career so far. So, like both as a team, as an individual. So I'm kind of happy for how the year has been for me overall. But I think there's some pressure in the sense that I haven't been a top team before, but now that I'm in a top team, then people actually start expecting results of you. So every time I don't deliver those results, then it can be a little bit rough. I haven't tried that before. If I lost a big match or something in my old team at work, then I would never get any bad comments from it. But now if I play bad, or if the team play bad, then I can get like a lot of blame for that. And people will tell me that it's my fault as I deal and stuff like that. So I think there's been some more pressure in that sense on me. But as a team, I think I have very good teammates who listens to me and supports me always. So it's not like I feel like they're expecting something of me I can't deliver or anything like that. So I guess I'm pretty lucky in that sense.
I had pressure on me in the past, but I feel like that we started to work on some solutions that doesn't give me as much pressure as before. So that feels really good now. So being back in the in-game leader role doesn't feel as pressureful as before. So I'm pretty happy with it, but still I can feel like, also as Blame said, like the tough comments and stuff like that, it can be tough sometimes if you're having a rough game and you're not doing as good as you want to as an in-game leader, as an individual, and but you have to just move on from it, because like we talked about before, there's a new tournament tomorrow, right?
Is this the final chapter, or is this really just serving as the prologue? We're gonna have to wait and see, because Team Liquid, they post their best half yet. They're trying to get back into this series, and now it all comes down to, will the merciful gods on the other side in Astralis let them get back in?
Their best CT side yet, right? 7 rounds to start. Liquid, not quite the back foot beginning that has become in so many maps already. Astralis looking to close, looking to make it a clean sweep, keep up their streak, 20-2 in BO3s and BO5s against this core of Liquid, and nothing standing in their way, surely. Glaive fighting in middle. Liquid jump up on Cat, they've got the mid flash to get them there. Tucked at long is Device with the Zip baiting them in. He's flashed out. Device's time to surprise, and Grim's right into his prying eyes. Nice shot from Device, dropping the bomb as well. And now Zip has swung to the pit. There's so many players fighting on the long side. Stewie does get one, but that's all Liquid have to play with in this round. He's too far away. Naf trying to get something done, giving up on long. Device hunts him down with a USP, and Stewie 2K, a trade, but a 1-on-3 with a bomb under a Danish control.
And look at Astralis, man, they're swarming it. They don't want to let Stewie get back in, and so everyone is here ready to fight this. Stewie, what can you even do? The smoke is down to add insult to injury. Oh, yeah, I was going to say he tried to go through it, but that's not going to happen, man, surely. He's taken the Glock, anticipating that they might be playing close to this smoke. Needs the extra ammo as well if he's going to deal with all 3, and that's a pretty mammoth task. Look at Zip, man, waiting up on the plat, puts that pistol into the Astralis camp. Great stuff from Device, this little bait and switch, right, to draw them into the long peak. Gets this one while blind as well. How do you even counter that? How do you even compensate for that kind of performance out of Device?
And then he just hunts down Naf as well, right? Like, Astralis know this is within reach, it's tangible in the grand finals. Liquid, a full eco, nothing to play with, nothing to play for. Just giving Astralis double digits, and that is a terrifying task.
Yeah, this is just like a round to kind of see what you're up against, right? Get an idea for what this game plan might be. And it's very, very brutal in the mid area. Everyone shut down. The Glocks were never going to get away with much. 10 on the board for Astralis, and now things get exciting because we head into this buy round for Liquid. This could really make or break whether or not this grand final ever looks like it starts to hang in the balance. AWP in the hands of Stewie 2K. His T-side AWPing, it's been good, right? Overpass, yeah, it fell completely silent, but that first half is one that you just forget about. We need that same Stewie from Inferno, from times gone by, back in the server. If Liquid do want to long this one out.
Yeah, triple long. Astralis with a lot of early map control. They concede late. Naf's holding on for that aggression. Something that Twist was doing a lot in the CT side, pushing out through the long doors, albeit not really saving Liquid in many rounds. Stewie's trying to fight Device versus the Scout, surely not. Oh, missed shot. Device flashing back in for Dupree to peek, and Liquid drop the smoke. Elijah is going to hold below it, looking for legs. And Device actually crosses right as Elijah moves up. It's an unfortunate case of timing because Astralis pad that A site out. They know they've got long. It's only Cat to worry about. If anything, conceding Beam, Majiska's only watching out on the timing as he helps out mid as well. They've got the right read, the right call for Astralis, as has often been the case. AWP is boosted for a pick. No one regressing though. Device is back at Goose with a scout. Zip on the AUG as well has proved to be terrifying. Liquid, 40 seconds to make this all happen. Astralis are stacked 3 deep on the A site.
Oh, they get Twist through CT, but that's been heard. Look, Astralis looks so ready for it. Zip over here at the ramp as well, and there's the swing. Twist dead in the water. And even as they move into this A site, you've still got to worry about dupreeh swinging late from Goose. That's the bomb dropped. 15 seconds, and the utility is keeping Liquid out of this bomb site. Stewie trying to deliver while he is good for the first. Someone needs to get that bomb down, and to do that, you need to deal with Zip at the ramp. He's trying to deny it, but he can't quite find these kills. Naf has brought it down to the realm of a 2v2, a chance for Liquid as they try and crunch onto Magisk, but he wins the fight with the FAMAS, and just like that, it's 11 for Astralis, the first rifle round. So damn close. But Magisk dependable, the read is there, the flashes are good, the utility so punishing to Team Liquid. Astralis, man, they are on one right now. They've got the read, they've got the individuals, and they're backing it up with this stellar game of utility usage just to waste time off the clock, to make their opponents feel uncomfortable. You can see they're looking pumped, and the same can't be said on the Liquid side.
Yeah, reality is kicking in, isn't it, for Liquid? I can't believe Astralis just read that round so well with 3 on A, with double sight, Device watching the cross. Zip even kills Twist, who gets a great timing in spawn, but gets full flashed out as well, and makes noise running back. And even Magisk with a FAMAS against an AK on a headshot angle, winning that battle. That should not be happening. Astralis, nothing is out of their reach. Not even number 1. Liquid trapped by the Molotov again. They want to go back to Cat with another attempt. This time Astralis are 2 in B, so this is a better chance for Liquid, right? Less defense. It's really only Glaive to worry about with just so deep in spawn. He's more set for retake, and Zip waiting for a long look that will never appear in this round. It's 5 deep on Cat, and here comes Glaive. He's got to do something unbelievable if this round is to be Astralis's.
Well, that nade is a good place to start, isn't it? He's softened them up. He's made it a bit easier for himself. Spam to Twist will connect, and the trade attempted. Flashes are good to cancel Glaive out, and now this A site is overran. Coming back from long is Zip. Will decide to wait for his teammates to get into position before this is even attempted for Astralis. Still, a lot of utility. The 1 kit in this round on the back of Magisk. And they are looking interested. They are looking to see what they can get away with. That Spam doing damage, not quite finishing Grim off, but then it will. And suddenly it's sniped back into a 2-on-4. The molly, the read, Elige is burnt out. And so it's Naf who has to do the impossible. He's mollied out, they're on the bomb, and even though it's the short plant, they are actually hunting him. They're not defusing it right away. And Zip doesn't even have the kit. Naf doesn't realize how much of a chance Astralis just gave him. But it wasn't meant to be either way. 12 on the board for the Danes, closer and closer to that title.
dupreeh even dropped in late into the palm of Naf to grab that orb with a second left on the round. So it does get saved, as does this map. And yeah, like Naf, what can he really do there? That's kind of out of his hands. So he thinks the molly comes down, a kit stick, even though Astralis swapped to send a player deeper to fight the catwalk. Naf drops, and at that point, you know the round is gone. 12-7, no T rounds yet for Liquid, and Astralis are starting to flex their muscles, push towards the top and middle, take space, take face, but Naf is waiting on the right place. He's got Glaive. And long belongs to Liquid as well. Grim even holds lower, now knowing mid is corrupted. dupreeh could be out, and in fact he is. That's a huge fight for Grim later in the round, but he's not rushing it as Device picks up Elige on long. Stewie spotted in the pit as well. There's that kill for Grim. The patience pays off, and Liquid gain another advantage.
Oh, but you might want to stay away from the high fly and high frag and Maverick over towards long. Of course he's there at Goose. And so he'll back up onto the short side. That's put the fear into Team Liquid. Seeing that AWP is enough for them to slow it right down. That's the thing. You might not get many more buy rounds, and let alone buy rounds where you're sat here with a man advantage. So they're looking to milk this for everything they've got. These smokes will go down. That will cut Device out at least. And with Zip leaving the car as well, taking this gamble, now they realize, right, the long smokes come in and suddenly it's like, man, we have just let them out. We have just given up the site. There's a good chance that Liquid can get a buy, or get by rather. Nothing found through the smoke. It's kind of hinging on this nade to bring us back into even odds. And if it doesn't, it is probably just the save for Astralis.
Yeah, Stewie, the only man who was actually low and could have died to the nade, was watching for the late long play. So no worry for Liquid. The plant comes in and Astralis concede, as they really should in that round, giving Liquid their first T side. It was about time. But a couple of gambles for Astralis, right? They've been leaning 2B ever since that first cat take. They stack A, they get the right read, and ever since, yeah, it's just waiting for that B play that they think is eventually going to come through from Liquid, and it certainly might following forward. You can't keep doing the same thing. You can't keep going back to the cat takes, but long works for Liquid. And the mind games begin early. I love the lower lurk as well from Grim. He was pretty influential in getting Liquid on the board in that CT side with that aggressive round, pushing it lower and doing similar stuff there. This time he's doing the inverse. Just T holding, waiting for Astralis to make the move. And dishing out punishments as a Liquid find one. Naf back on the AWP, Device joining him on the other side. We have that long fight. Orp not here for the CTs though. Naf going to post and already tucked out, or Astralis not interested in that fight. Magisk is solo B and Device is taking liberties.
This is a bit of a clash waiting to happen, and it will get dodged. We didn't get that clash because the A side's cooling for Device. He rotates back up towards the cat. And he's trying to approach this from a new angle. As you say, Liquid have dealt Astralis a lot of these cat plays, and so they've put Device here early on. Mid-control gained for Liquid, but they want more. They want more to show for this, because there's a minute left, and eventually they've got to head into one of these sites. And right now, they're not really primed for anything. Like, both options are open, but it's going to be a fight no matter where you go. You got to try and pick the lesser of two evils here, and they'll go towards Device up on the catwalk. This fight could decide so much for either team.
Oh.
And it's the collateral from Device. The worst case scenario for Liquid. Device has just done them in. That's the cat play off the cards. He's even gotten back onto the car as well. Now he could look to help out in middle. He can look to assist his teammate here in Dupree. Liquid are clutching at straws. They need anything. They don't have time to go slowly anymore. They've got to commit. They've got to play with the hand they've been dealt, and it's a bad hand at that. Up through mid, Grim charging in. Naf trying to split from the tunnels, but they haven't checked the car, and Dupree is tearing them down. It's all left onto Stewie. 7 seconds on the clock, and this round was never meant to be. It's a nice shot, but there's just not enough time. And Stewie now, time might be his undoing twice. If he goes down, that is heartbreak for Liquid. Thankfully, he does stay alive, so that AWP is kept up. But that's the only thing worth talking about here. The collateral from Device. You couldn't have asked for anything worse if you're Team Liquid there.
Yeah, and then Dupree doubles up as well, right? It's that double B that Astralis have been playing round after round ever since Liquid first went to A. Just expecting eventually Liquid have to come this way, and it's finally worked out. And wonderfully at that, Liquid were never ready for it. They get a B pick, they think it's a done deal. Just couldn't be further from the truth. And now back to Magisk solo anchoring. Liquid have been burnt by that B site, and they're gonna just sit back and relax, wait for Astralis to make a move. But when have these CTs ever offered anything up early? Dupree joins Magisk. The AWP sits back even further for Device, so this Molotov close cat won't do a thing. Might obscure his vision a bit, as will the flashbang. Device takes a blind shot and drops. But more nades where that came from. Leech eats one, there's a second, boom. Down to 50 he goes. Device backs up to the car. He can help support Zip on long and also stop that cat-to-A play that Liquid is the only thing that's worked out to get them a T-sided round. Their contact mid to B. They might catch Glaive, but is he going to jump? Is he going to give away anything, or is it just a molly and a fadeaway as he flashes through the smoke? He drops the bomb and escapes with his life. How on earth does Glaive get away with that with no punishment for Liquid? Great utility for Astralis, and now Elige crosses through the gap.
Liquid, man, they're fighting upstream, but there's Elige to double down and open it up, trying to get into B, but you got to get past Magisk. There's the trade at least. The late window player has opened up a chance. A 2v2, Device and Zip on the other end. And Twist is looking to take a fight, perhaps, up on the window. At least he could look to swing from here, right? There are flashes on Grim to set him up for that, but he will drop down. At this point, you need anything you can get your hands on. You don't want to throw this man advantage away. Waiting right now.
It's a good setup.
Device looking to be that first man in. Flash goes over, Zips out of the round, and Device knows at this point this one might be too far gone. That molly really seals the deal. And so Liquid trying to stay afloat, put a 9th up on the board. Still a long ways to go before this even feels remotely doable. But we know they've been good in these late game comebacks. Device takes both the weapons out of their hands and gets the AWP out of it. Salt in the wound for Liquid. They're having to work so hard to get out of this with anything, even with individuals like Elige giving us those doubles, opening up rounds. And even in the ones they're winning, it's still so punishing from Astralis.
Yeah, this entire series has just felt like Liquid just trying to stay above water, right? Trying not to drown in the Danish murky waters. Device doing more. That AWP save worth its weight in gold as he picks up the first onto Naf. Stewie has a scout, still fighting back down middle. Twist is fast cat at least. He's got a good position, but Astralis have already pulled Device back to the A side to deal with him. A shot through the door could kill Dupree, but he ducks below. Limbo for Dupree, and no damage done. Liquid back to Cat with a bomb outside long. If Magisk in the tucked corner can kill that, that would be the round. It can't be Stewie going alone into this position with that package. So Elige comes back to join him, who has had a great game, but is it all in vain? I don't know if they'll be ready for Magisk in this position, especially with Device smoking it from the corner.
Even getting one here would be huge. That smoke fades, Magisk, UMP, waiting for these kills to come his way. Elige first man in, he hears the flashes, he knows fights are about to come over. Device is even here to help out, and that AWP, while it is good for one, they give it the respect to get back to the car. That might be their undoing. The short play now from Twist. Oh, Device reads it in with the flick, burning alive, and the collateral in the flames. The ace for Device, and what a way to put up 14. That is unheard of. Device doing them dirty from the car.
Oh my goodness, pack it up, Device. Devastation. How does he do this? The flick back to Twist as well. He even knows he's coming, looks away, sees him, and then to close? That's his second collateral on the CT side. Device is unleashed. And there's no answer for Liquid.
That's the thing, man. Think about Device and who he's had to face throughout this, right? They knock out the Zywoo boys, right? Then he goes on to beat Simple. Well, now in this grand final, by comparison, he's being left unchallenged on this other side. And even when we've had glimmers of hope from guys like Stewie, from guys like Naf, the moment they put Device on the case, you'll note that those players fall a damn sight quieter. Now, out through mid, Dupree, ready and waiting. Astralis want this done. They want it over. They mean business. Elige is going to get out at least, right? Trying to gimmick his way around these smokes, and there might be a kill on his plate after all. Re-smoke into CT. Dupree gets ahead of it. Oh no! Oh no! It's all falling apart. 15 for Astralis, one away from an incredibly dominant best-of-5 series to take the title.
They are boiling Liquid alive right now. 2 T rounds, nothing more for Liquid. No money. They forced up against 14. They had to. They've got nothing at Astralis. What a way to end the year. Falling out of the top 10 just to try and get back to that top spot. And the end of 2020 could be glorious after all. It could be all Danish. Dupree, quick nade, it's good. Naf fast cat with a gang. It's Twist running the gauntlet right up towards the short side. He runs out mid with a bomb. He's leading the charge. There is no chill for Liquid. But Astralis concede. They give it up. They go, you want middle, you can have it. We'll smoke ourselves off in the door. It's a push through the smoke. Grim with one, Magist trades. He's low on ammo, 6 bullets. The UMP battle, the Twist takes him down instead. Stu drops in the site, and the bomb should get planted. Astralis, they're not done yet.
They say it's not over till it's over, right? But it's another miraculous feat that Liquid are going to have to accomplish. And with the form that we're seeing out of Astralis right now, they can take a couple of blows. They can take a couple of punches. They've always been good at that in every map in this series. Yeah, they'll occasionally let them get close. But one team, and one team only, has been closing out maps today, and it is Astralis. So you're asking Liquid now to do what they couldn't across either of the other maps.
Yeah, even a hunt here is huge for Liquid because it's like you don't even have guns, right? Naf's on a Galil, Elijah's deeging, Stewie just dropped his UMP, traded it out, but it doesn't matter. Liquid is scampering for any kind of money, any semblance of control. Astralis, 5 tournament points, championship points to close out Dust2. A quick pause before they do. It's exactly what closed out Overpass as well. It was a massive comeback for Liquid on their CT side. They made us a little bit worried. They made Astralis question it, but one pause and right back in, they close the back-to-back rounds. Astralis only need 1 this time around. Is there any stopping them, Harry?
The pressure is building. Astralis, they can feel it. They can feel that return to #1, the return of the Kings. And Liquid, the only team that stand in their way, tasked with something that many would consider impossible here. They're going to give it everything they got, but look at the aggression, look at the call from Astralis. They mean business. That last round was a fluke as far as they're concerned. The aggression netting them the opener. A man down for Liquid. They have struggled in these time and time again, and Device is the man to extend it further in favor of Astralis. Now stood on that finish line. 3 players is all that stands between them and a title. The bomb making its way into the site. Twists winning that fight at long as well. Gives them a chance in the post plant. A slim chance, but something to hold on to. Something to fight for. Flash in. Astralis still invested, still interested. And Dupree with the quick flick gets rid of Elige. Him at the ramp is very, very low. He's doing damage, but they've lost him, and it's Twists alone in the 1v3. Dupree with the kill, and Astralis grab that 16th. They take the 3rd, and that does mean that they've done it. My, oh my, in a year that was dominated by every team except the Danes, the one true Kings have retaken their throne, etching another notch onto that Intel Grand Slam. They've blazed the trail. They've slain every single beast that stood in their way. And now once again, they stand ready to close the year out as legends. Man, ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. They look so good. Astralis, back on top, back on the throne. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, your Intel Grand Slam champions in Astralis.